Hello, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I do VGM reactions and I play guitar, and I combine those two a lot. Today I will be doing a Patreon request for the Great Dread Cookie. What a great name. Monster Hunter. Again, I just got into Monster Hunter like not too long ago. You can check that out here. And the fans came in, although this has been requested for a while now. This is Monster Hunter World Arch-Tempered Nergigante. I'm saying that in Spanish because that's how it looks to me, but I'm not sure how it's pronounced. This is such an epic looking dragon, or whatever the hell it is. I love dragons and this kind of stuff. So, but this is an extended mix, so it's probably gonna loop a lot. Oh well. This is Arch-Tempered Nergigante. Monster Hunter World, let's go. Don't know who the composer is. Nothing. Second time experiencing Monster Hunter. Tribal drums, always good. He looks so cool. Or she. Okay. Some dynamics. The what? So definitely dynamics. I'll explain that in a bit. Okay. Oh yeah. There's dynamics in this one. That hasn't happened a lot on this channel. I just get big royalty vibes. King, like master or something. Maybe even like dictator. Like it sounds kind of evil. Yeah, that sounds... This kind of percussion is so interesting because it's not at the forefront. It's very much in the background. And yet it still stands out. It's weird how that works. The string section is definitely like up front and center. Okay. I'll explain the dynamics right after this, but it's happening right now. This is really cool. Man. Okay. I'll just explain it at the end. But maybe you can figure out what it is before then. It's one of those musical terms that apply to regular, everyday vocabulary as well. So you might be able to figure it out. Oh. Ugh, that's so maniacal. Oh, so is this? See, now I'm picturing like hellfire. Like out of his mouth. I'm gonna guess he's not a protagonist. And it's probably what you hear as he destroys you. My head is like consistently moving with the beat. I'm just like so driving forward. Okay. Is this a long boss battle? He looks like he'd be tough. Ooh. I really love the percussion in this song. I'm getting another scenery now. Now I feel like clouds. This type of violin is very floating through clouds. And this feels like descending down. This kind of makes you uncomfortable a little bit. Like your last moments. I don't know how to feel. I hate it. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Damn. I feel like this picture doesn't do him justice. I feel like he's massive. Excuse me. See, this is a good loop. It's seamless. Now we're just on cruise control. So again, this part to me sounds like the floating and then the plummeting soon. Reaching the ground. There's a lot. There's a lot of scenarios in my head. Usually I get like one. I'm definitely gonna look up this fight or whatever it is after this. Apologies if I'm talking too much. It's just it's getting a lot of thoughts out of me. So it doesn't loop exactly. It's like 2 phases, I think. Percussion, dude. What a backbone to the song. Oh. Little quick snare fill. I just caught that. What a ride. There's the other part of the loop. You know this dragon is significant if it's got a theme like this. Okay. You know it's a good sign if I laugh at the end of the video. Because I'm like nervous laughter every time. Okay. The Great Dread Cookie. The Patreon request for this one. Arc Tempered Nergigante. Hopefully I'm saying that. Monster Hunter World. I don't know how many Monster Hunters there are, but apparently there's quite a bit of sequels or spin-offs. Either way. So this was one of the first times that I actually had multiple scenarios in my head. And it's not because it looped or anything like that. It was just because I just kept feeling different things. And even second or third time around, I kept hearing different things. So it was kind of weird. I've had like, oh god, I had fire. Let's see, we had fire. We had like all the elements. I had fire, and we had the sky and like flying, and then we had descending back down. There was something else I said, but it's just a lot. And it's a little overwhelming. But, you know, that's one of those interesting songs because if you were to take away the drums from or the percussion from all that and it was just a string section, it would be, gosh, I take back what I was going to say. I was going to say if you just heard the strings by themselves or just the instruments by themselves without the percussion, it would sound very pretty on its own. But actually, no, now that I think about it, it would probably sound a little scarier. So disregard that. But if I heard the drums on their own, it would just sound scary the whole time. Very ominous and, you know, like suspense, movie trailer type thing. Chasing scene, etc., etc. And it was really cool how they recorded the drums because it didn't sound like it was a big room. It sounded like a medium-sized studio room, but the reverb was like just perfect. And reverb is basically, you know, the size of the room. So if you're in a gigantic cathedral and you hit a drum, it's gonna go pa. And if you're in a tight closet, it's gonna go boom. You know what I'm saying? So it was in there somewhere. And it was turned down a little bit. So it was more like you're feeling the percussion instead of like hearing it. Kind of odd to explain. I explain things very weird. And then the dynamics, we cannot forget the dynamics. That was probably the most that I've caught in the reaction. So dynamics when it comes to music is how the performer, musician, etc. is striking their instrument, their strings, or, you know, for example, the violin, during the parts where it got slow, they would play very faintly, very calm, and you know, and then as it was coming back, it was like dun dun dun. You know, they were just, it didn't go louder. It was just they were playing harder. And dynamics is a really cool thing because it shows the raw like human emotion they have with their instrument and the portrayal of what's going on. Drums are usually pretty good with dynamics, you know, and go dun 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 dun, that kind of stuff. And there was a lot of that here, and kind of sprinkled everywhere, not just when it slowed down. So I really like that because a good chunk of what I've heard in these reactions have just been kind of like go, go, go. And it does like slow down in some parts, but the mood doesn't really like change like that. Dynamics are like a big thing. And I'm surprised it took this long to get to it. You know, I'm a big fan of dynamics. A lot of my music has dynamics, and I'm not plugging myself. But, you know, I do really like that human aspect to it. You can almost feel the emotion of the performer in that. So that's pretty much it. I really like this design. Need to hear more Monster Hunter. It's my second experience. Let's make a third one. There is more Monster Hunter coming, by the way, just down the pipeline. Whew. Okay, so that was Arch-Tempered Nergigante from Monster Hunter World. Thank you, the Great Dread Cookie. Whew. If you would like to get your request in, you can do so on Patreon or PayPal. Neither are necessary, but they guarantee that I will check out your song eventually. Just make sure it is a VGM, please. That's all I can listen to. Make sure to join the Discord if you would like to carry the conversation on, and I'll be in there with my community. But that's it. I really am impressed with Monster Hunter World. It's crazy because there's a part of me, I'm being completely honest, if you haven't noticed, there's a part of me that is just waiting to hear a bad song. You know, I'm waiting for the day someone requests something that I just don't click with or don't really like. But you guys just keep sending like really cool stuff. And VGM is so good on its own that it's like, I don't know if that day will ever come. It's not today. But I don't know, just a side thought. Like, everything still manages to get me like some new feeling. And today the theme was dynamics. And I almost forgot that it existed, since no one really does it. Who knows? Lost art? Anywho, dudes and dudettes, I'll see you next time. Until the next Monster Hunter, take it easy.